My Life with the Walter Boys was recently released, and I think it's safe to say that the show was definitely better than what a lot of people thought it would be. With it focusing on Jackie and her love triangle with Alex Walter and Cole Walter, the first season concluded in a way that took many of us by surprise. With it finishing on a cliffhanger, I thought I'd take a look at all that was out there, along with giving my theories and predictions on what I think could happen in Season 2, whilst also discussing the release date. So let's get into it. Here is My Life with the Walter Brothers Season 2, Everything We Know. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The release date. In terms of the release date for Season 2, one thing to note at the moment is that Netflix haven't officially announced if there's even going to be another season of the show. As this is a new show to the platform, and because it wasn't commissioned for a batch of seasons when it was initially greenlit, the platform is most probably looking to see how well it performs in comparison to shows that are similar to it, to see if there is any interest or appetite from the audience. Netflix usually waits a few weeks to a few months before announcing if a show is going to be returning, and that's usually based on the virality of the show. When looking at its performance after a few days, within the UK it debuted at number 5 in the top 10 after a couple of days of being released, and now it's currently sitting at number 2, so it's improving. Outside of the UK, it seems like it's at number 1 in the USA along with 9 other countries, so it's safe to say that it's off to a really good start and showing some good signs of being renewed. What happens now is the platform will look at the completion rate of the show, meaning how many people started it actually went on to finish it, and also the watch time in total, so that will be the main deciding factor on if the show will be coming back. In terms of a release date, most shows tend to come out around a year after the first season gets released. That gives time for the renewal, the writing, the production, post-production, and marketing of Season 2. So if that is the case and it does end up getting renewed, which it does seem like it could, I think we could expect to see the show back on our screens towards the end of next year. So I would predict that it will be around a Christmas release again, maybe December 2024. So there's a little while to wait. The story. In terms of the story, there are so many different directions that it could potentially go in, but I see the love triangle being something that gets picked up and having the main focus again. I think Season 2 will open with us seeing that Jackie isn't going to be staying in New York for good. I feel we'll see her go back to the Walters' house and the ranch after her maybe spending a summer with Richard, and then when Danny returns back home, she'll go back with him to the ranch. Plus, let's also remember it looked like Richard was going to be working with Will in order to develop part of the Walters' land so that it could cater for tourists and events. So there are multiple opportunities for her to just be able to slot back into the area, something which I think will happen early on, maybe at the end of the first episode. I think Cole will most probably reveal what happened between himself and Jackie on the night to Alex, which will in turn make their relationship go frosty again. But I think that will most probably make Alex not want to be with Jackie anymore, knowing that she betrayed his trust just like what Paige did. So I think that opens up the option for Cole and Jackie to be together. Cole has his head screwed on a lot more now, and we're seeing that he's focusing on his education and bettering himself. So I think Cole could be more of a transformed person when the new season does come back. Outside of the main love triangle, I feel we'll also be seeing the new love triangle which looks to be developing, which is between Tara, Nick, and Richard. It very much felt like Tara struck up an instant connection with Richard at Will's wedding following Nick saying that he was going to be going to London for work. And then when Nick surprised her and said that he was staying in the country, it felt like she was almost disappointed because it meant that she couldn't pursue the feelings that it felt were building up inside of her towards Richard. So I think that's going to be something that we're going to be watching unfold. She's most probably going to feel as though she's in a difficult position because Nick would only be in the country because of her. And if she breaks things off with him, then he's almost given up his dream job in order to stay. So I think that's going to be playing on her mind quite a lot. Another romance that I think we'll see blossoming will be between Erin and Danny. There was a little bit of chemistry and tension between the both of them in the first season, especially towards the end of it, where Erin joined the theatre class and was getting closer with Danny, with her saying to him that he could text her over the summer. I'm going to imagine that they've been speaking, and then when the academic year starts up again, we'll see their chemistry getting stronger until they're ultimately together. I think they're a good, genuine pairing in the show, so I hope that it does actually happen. One of the other main things that will be developing in Season 2 will be the lies and secrets that are starting off the marriage between Will and Hayley. On the night of their wedding, when they were in bed, Hayley received a text message from somebody called Morgan, and when Will asked what the notification was, she lied to him. So I wonder who this Morgan character is. I think there are a couple of different things that it could be. We know that Hayley was studying, so Morgan could have something to do with what she was doing outside of working at the Lark, and maybe an opportunity might have arisen where she might need to leave. But I feel it's going to have more weight to it and be something that has more consequences. I feel Morgan could potentially be somebody that she met in the short time that she was broken up with Will. Even though they were broken up and it wouldn't technically be her cheating on him, I imagine he's going to be heartbroken over the fact that she was with somebody else. And it might get their newly married life off to a rocky start, something which isn't good for them. So I feel the secrets and lies might be the main topic that's present in the new season when it returns. Along with that, I think we'll probably see work being done on the ranch which will be connected to Richard and Will developing it. Plus, I also think we'll see Skylar and Nathan navigating through their relationship. It was quite intense to start with, so I wonder if that will still be the case or if they're going to be a bit calmer now. So as you can see, there are so many different storylines and directions that the show could take when it does return for season 2. I imagine most of these will probably occur because it feels like the natural development of what happened following the end of the first season. But time will tell when and if the show does come back. The characters. In terms of the cast members and the characters in the show, with it not seeming like any main characters were written out of the show or it feeling like they were leaving, other than obviously the main departure which was Jackie heading back to New York, but we know she'll come back because she's the face of the show. I would predict that most, if not all of the main characters will most likely be returning when the show returns. So I would expect to see Jackie, Cole, Alex, Erin, Danny, Kylie, Nathan, Skylar, Tara, Will, Hayley, Olivia, George, Catherine, Richard, and all of the other siblings that were in the Walter house. As well as that, I think we'll most probably be introduced to a wide array of new characters as well when Jackie returns from New York. Maybe there'll be some love interest that she met over the summer, something which would most definitely throw a spanner into the works. Maybe somebody that she knew from her previous life in New York. That would definitely shake things up. Unfortunately for now, that's all that's known about Season 2 of My Life with the Walter Boys. I'm sure more information will be released as time goes on. But for now, I guess we just have to wait for the news of the renewal, and then in the future, potentially a trailer. So, there you have it. My Life with the Walter Boys Season 2, Everything We Know. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the card in the top corner. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. I also did a full breakdown of Season 1 and you'll find that there too. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think will happen? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.